The older I get, the more and more I want to see the villain characters win. Whether that's Dr. Doofenshmirtz fighting off Perry the Platypus, or Light Yagami slaughtering half of Japan with a swift movement of the pen. And in order to do that, you have to have a great physique. A great villain physique. And if you want to build a crazy physique like your favorite anime villain, here's how. So what makes a physique great? Is it the abs, shoulders, or maybe even the calves? All the above, of course. A great example is the embodiment of those Greek statues that you've seen. They have just the right amount of muscles but without overdoing it. They have that V-taper, nice build, round shoulders, and are symmetrical on both sides of the body. So, if I was a beginner again building my physique, I would follow these rules. At least one exercise for the horizontal and vertical plane of field. That way I can hit the muscle groups for different skills. And for pushing movements, I would depress and protract the scapula. For pulling movements, or I would retract and depress the scapula. Once you can do 12 to 15 reps of a movement, I would slow down the tempo to a 1-1-3-1 for pulling and a 1-3-1-1 for pushing. That way your muscles have more time under tension. Alright, so on to diet. So your diet will depend on your body type, whether you're an ectomorph, endomorph, mesomorph. As an ectomorph, you'll be a hard gainer, fast metabolism. For endomorph, it'll be easier to gain fat on the body. And for mesomorph, you'll have an easier time building muscle than ecto or endomorphs. It also depends on your goals, whether or not you want to bulk or cut. If you're bulking, I would just do a little clean bulk, 300 to 500 extra calories. If you're cutting, you can use a calorie calculator. And that's just for people who want to cut or bulk. You can still eat maintenance calories and make gains, so don't think you have to eat a copious amount of Popeye spinach to obtain big arms. You don't need to eat big to get big, you just have to eat smart. If you're deciding to do body composition, I would just make sure that you up the protein very high, 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, and reduce the calories by 300 to 500 calories, depending on the intensity of the cut. That way you have enough protein to build the muscles, even though you're not eating a whole lot. So these are the basic calisthenic exercises that you can use to build that villain physique. So first off is the dips. Dips help hit the lower chest and 3 heads of the tricep. Only go down to 90 degrees angle of the elbows. The more you lean towards the front of the body, the more you work your chest, and vice versa. You would be hitting the tricep area more. Pipe push-ups. Pipe push-ups is mostly a shoulder exercise that hits the upper chest as well. As you get better, you can elevate the exercise to get more range of motion. The next one is the basic push-up. Push-ups hit the chest and triceps depending on the degree at which you have your elbows. Elbows tuck, hit more of the tricep, while abducting the elbows away from the body, hit more of the chest area. Pull-ups. Pull-ups is a must-have exercise you need to create that cobra back and the V-taper. Body weight rows is another great exercise that you can do in the horizontal plane of field to build up the back. Squats. Squats is just a basic beginner exercise that you can use to help build muscle. There's 2 different variations I would utilize. The narrow stance hit more of the quads, and the wide stance hit more of the thighs. The pistol squat is one of the hardest variations of the bodyweight squat that can just help you build more strength within the quads. Nordic curls help build strength within the hamstrings. Most people won't be able to do them at first, so I do eccentrics or do the floor hamstring curl variation. If you plan on doing the eccentrics, I would descend for about 2 to 3 seconds, at least. If you're not doing the horse stance, you're missing out. This is an isometric stance using Kung Fu martial arts exercises to strengthen legs. Click the video above to learn more. So when it comes to calf raises, keep the volume high. You can start with 20 reps per set and go from there. Can't forget about the posterior chain. You can do reverse flies on the rings or do black widows if you don't have any equipment. Just lay on the ground, spread your arms out, and retract the scapula and squeeze your shoulders and lift up. So when it comes to building strength within the abs, I would focus on L-sits, hanging leg raises, variations of hollow body holds, and exercises for the front lever, such as the dragonfly. Resting 3 to 5 minutes between sets and try to get at least 10 sets for each muscle group per week. Rep ranges will depend on exercises that you do, but I would stay in the 8 to 10 rep range for most of them, except for the calves and rear delts because they're small muscle groups. High rep ranges work best. So building an aesthetic physique isn't as hard as you might think. As long as you do the exercises that I discussed and have a good nutrition plan, you could end up looking like Frisia. Maybe if Dr. Doofenshmirtz or Light Yagami had a childlike physique, then maybe they might have accomplished their goal of world domination, or whatever it is Dr. Doofenshmirtz's goal was.